Hello, everybody. Mr. Boydston here, and today we're going to talk about elements of poetry, descriptive language. Before we begin, I want everyone to close their eyes. We're going to practice making mental images. So I'm going to describe something to you, and I want you to imagine it in your mind. You ready? In my backyard stands a tree next to a white fence. Do you have the image in your mind? In my backyard stands a tree next to a white fence. Okay. Is this what you were picturing in your mind? Is this the image that my sentence was able to make you think of? Probably not. And the reason why it probably isn't is because this tree is so small. I bet most of you imagined a big tree next to a white fence, not a little tree. And the reason why I feel like you were unable to imagine this tree in my backyard is because I didn't give you a very good description. I just said a tree. I didn't say big tree or small tree or newly planted tiny tree. So we're going to try this again. We're going to practice making another mental image. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you another description. Are you ready? This morning, when I got to school, there was only one automobile in the parking lot, a yellow school bus. Now, do you have the image in your mind? Are you creating a mental image of the description I just gave you? This morning, when I got to school, there was only one automobile in the parking lot, a yellow school bus. Were you picturing this? No way. There's no way you were picturing a monster truck because I didn't give you a description that was good enough to help you envision this. I think a better description of this would have been when I got to school, I saw a yellow school bus that looked like an awesome monster truck with huge wheels that could crush a car and with American flags flying from the hood. It was the coolest truck I've ever seen. If I had given you that description, you would have been able to envision something like this instead of just a regular school bus. Well, this is what we're going to talk about today, descriptive language in poetry. See, when we write poetry, we use descriptive words to make our story more accurate and more interesting. We don't just say tree or truck or bus. We look at the thing that we're describing, we think about it, then we dig deep for descriptions that help the reader understand and create a better mental image. So, humans perceive the world using 5 senses. We can look at things and we can see what they look like. We can listen and see what they hear like. We can smell and see what something smells like. We can taste to see what something tastes like. And we can touch something to see what it feels like. That means when we're writing poetry, we can use words that appeal to our sight, or our sound, or smell, or taste, or touch. So here's some examples of some sight words just to give you an idea. We could refer to its color, red, yellow, or blue. We could talk about how big it is or how small it is or how tall or short. We can talk about the shape. Is it square? Is it circular? Is it triangular? With sound, we can use words to describe how loud something is. Is it really loud or is it very quiet? Is it noisy or is it silent? We could also describe the quality of the sound. Is it pretty or is it squeaky or is it a roar? When a writer is talking about how something smells, that writer can use words like flowery or stinky or fruity or fresh. If a writer is talking about taste, they could use words like delicious or sour or bitter or sweet. And with touch, we've got sharp, soft, fluffy, however something feels like, scratchy. So here's what I want you to do. As we read through Edwina the Emu, I want you to look for descriptive words and what sense those words appeal to. Happy reading.